Hey everyone, it's Chris and Tara from Crooked Rope, and today we're going to talk about trimming our plants, pruning. And so we're going to be going through the garden and we're going to be working on pruning our plants. It's that time of year, we're coming into the spring, and so we've got to get everything ready so that we can have that year of abundance for pruning our plants. Because if you just let your plants go and you don't do the trimming or the pruning, you're not caring for the plants, and they're not going to be as productive. But something happens when you trim those bushes that it vitalizes the plant.
Yeah.
And they produce a lot more fruit.
And the same thing goes for your seedlings from your grow room. Everything needs a good trim. There's very few plants that don't need trimmed. Even like your celery, I'm gonna trim some celery today. Even that needs a good little haircut. I also need a haircut, but everything needs trimmed in the spring, even my hair. But we're gonna trim up some of the seedlings. My onion seedlings are all gonna get a trim. The snapdragons, like all of these different things are gonna get a trim today. And what it does is it sends a hormone to the plant once you trim it to grow. And so, or to get bushier. That is the big one, is that we want our trees and our berries and our seedlings and all of these things that we're planting to get bushier. They tend to send up a single stalk, and by clipping them, we get multiple branchings come off from there. So, without further ado, we're gonna get started on trimming or pruning.
Okay, so here we have one of our elderberry plants, and let me explain what we're going to do. We spoke to the largest elderberry producer here in the U.S., and what they do is they trim theirs down to the ground at the end of the year for it to be able to grow back. We tried that for a couple of years. We did that, and it comes back. You can see just from last year how much growth we got out of this plant coming back, but we didn't get the amount of flowers and fruit that we wanted. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it at about knee height, right here above this little nodule.
Let me
and
zoom in.
Right here, right above that. And we're going to, when you do that, the plant doesn't have to focus as much on the growth of the branches and the stems as much. So it's able to put more energy into the flowers and the fruit. So that's what we're shooting for this year. So we're going to cut it right here.
Slant.
But then we also, some of the plants, and babe, if you want to zoom in right here, they're hollow. And the ones that are hollow, we're just going to take those out. and those will regrow as well. But the hollow branches aren't going to produce. So we're going to clip those out.
Okay, Chris and I just came to our cherry tree and we were discussing how we want this cherry tree to look. And I'm gonna flip the camera around and kind of show you what we're gonna do. It's very extreme to a lot of people, but I'll explain why we're doing what we're doing. So this cherry tree up here is completely perfect. It's just 3 feet too high. And the reason why that is such a big deal is because, one, this is actually in our garden. We don't want a 20-foot cherry tree right here. We love cherry trees. We have enough room to grow cherry trees wherever we want and let them get as big as they want. But this one needs to stay small because, like this year, we're going to be planting our watermelons here. We don't want tons of shade thrown into this part of the garden. As cherry trees get bigger, they do leaf out and get huge if you let them. And so we're going to take this central stem, not completely out, but we're going to shorten it way down here. And so there, again, we're controlling the size. We don't take any fruit from our trees for the first 4 years anyway. This has been in the ground. I think this is its 3rd season. I think, right. Yeah. 3rd season this year. It still has a couple more growing seasons, and we're trying to direct where this grows. Have no fear when they're small like this. This is what you do, and it's your tree, your garden. You do it how you want it, right?
That's right. That's right.
So we're making this very extreme step. Chris is going to go in and he is going to whack the middle. But again, that is kind of what you're looking for. That beautiful branches going in every direction. Like, that's kind of what we're looking for. So hopefully we will redirect it. We're going to cut it right above an outward facing bud. And we're gonna, we'll pick a bud together where in the direction we want it to go. So we're gonna get back to pruning. Okay, so there are some good buds. I want you to see that. And this, if this, so to show you what we're looking at. But we don't want this branch to now take off this way, because we already have a pretty good branch right here. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So what do you think, babe?
Well,
do we want it, wait a minute, let me come out here. Do we want it to go so this way, or do we want it to shoot out that way? Because we do want a full tree as well.
Yes, we do. Maybe maybe this is the one we want
to go that way.
To go that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make the cut like right here above it, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's gonna be, because we want to knock that one off because we don't want it growing out this way. So it's got to be above that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll cut it
so
right there.
So this, you want this to come this way, not that way.
Correct.
Okay. So again, you want the branch coming out this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to slash it here, right above the node there.
Whoop. And again, so this is the top bud here. And so this will become, it's called apial dominant. And so that will cause the tree to send its growth into this, so that it's the leader essentially, you know, and it's going to grow this one out. And again, lots of stuff happens when you're growing. Sometimes this doesn't happen and another bud takes over. It will probably be this one though. So we're just trying to control the growth. Okay, well there you have it. We have trimmed, pruned, and actually we ended up adding in some of our perennials that we went ahead and got taken care of, and another set of elderberry bushes. So we've got plums pruned, the cherry
tree,
which we have another cherry, but it's up front. We have all the elderberries pruned and a whole lot of the perennials pruned. So, and the
celery, onions, the starts.
yeah, all the starts from the grow room have been pruned. So again, this is just a good time when we don't have loads of garden work to do yet. It's good to come in and you can be kind of picky and do these things. It does create vigor in your plants, all of your plants. And so if you want them to produce abundance, you're gonna prune.
That's right.
Prune and trim.
That's right.
Okay, well, we're going to end the video for today. We will still be doing pruning. I'm going to wait until the peaches, all the peach trees have bud break. They're trying to have bud break, but we've been so windy and cold that it's like they're just not moving like they normally would. So we are going to wait just until, and so by bud break, I don't even just mean like where they split open. You can do it then, but where they slightly might even be showing pink, which is my favorite thing. I love the peaches when they do that. But I do that so that I can see what is actually dead. So the plum trees were crazy healthy. Did you notice that?
I did.
Oh my goodness. Like typically when you're pruning, you see all this dead, damaged, or disease. That's the DDD. You clip out the dead, damaged, and disease. There literally was no damage. I think I found one branch that was damaged. No disease whatsoever. And it just, those two front trees especially, the other ones, they're younger, so they look good, but those two front trees, wow, they look great this year. That really inspires me to get more fruit trees. But so those are in its 4th year, those two front plum trees. So we are, we should
excited.
have, yeah, we're very excited because next year we can take the whole, so we're stoked. But so we're going to still be making videos over the next few weeks showing us pruning and trimming things back because it is just that time of year. And we actually have super large trees that need pruned. So we'll just try to take you guys along with whatever it is that we're doing. So in the next like 3 weeks of videos, maybe 4, you're definitely going to see a lot of pruning on this farm because we have a lot of trees.
We do.
So remember, if we can prune our trees and trim our plants, anyone can.
can.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.